Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the post-match press conference with the head coach of Niger, Mr. Ismail Timoko. Monsieur Timoko, qu'est-ce que vous pensez du ce match, de la performance du Niger ce soir?
Bon, là, c'est vrai, je ne peux pas dire que nous sommes satisfaits parce que nous avons perdu le match, mais sur deux erreurs qui nous ont, mais sinon dans l'ensemble, les enfants se sont bien comportés.
Well, I can't say. The question was, are you satisfied with the performance? And the answer is, well, we can be happy because we lost 2-0, and we lost 2-0 actually due to two specific mistakes that we made tonight. Your questions, please.
There are two specific mistakes.
Quelles sont les erreurs qu'a commises l'équipe du Niger ce soir?
Ouais, là, comme vous avez vu, ce sont des erreurs de marquage. On a eu deux erreurs de marquage. Il y a un sur coup franc qui a ricoché sur notre partenaire. Et le deuxième but, c'était une erreur de marquage.
Well, the mistakes were basically that we didn't mark the players of Brazil correctly. We were not there where we should have been in order to avoid those two goals, especially the second one. Next question, please.
What are the positives you take from this tournament?
Alors, qu'est-ce que vous pensez de cette tournée de la Coupe du Monde? A-t-elle une Coupe du Monde positive pour le Niger?
Pour le Niger, oui, comme nous sommes à notre première expérience, nous n'avons pas beaucoup d'exigences. Nous allons continuer à jouer des contractés. Et je crois que c'est en forgeant qu'on devient forgeron, c'est en jouant que nous allons prendre du plaisir.
Yeah, well, I think so far it's positive if you think that we are participating here for the very first time in an Under-17 World Cup. This is part of our development and it's been a very important step in the right direction. Next question, please. Yes, please.
You will be, I'm Akil from Sportskeeda. You will be facing Ghana in the next round. So, can you tell us a bit more about their opponent?
Le prochain match.
What do you know about the opponent? Sorry.
Le prochain match avec Ghana, qu'est-ce que vous pensez du Ghana?
Pour avoir joué deux matchs à niveau avant la CAN, avant la Coupe d'Afrique. Et ensuite, nous avons joué à la Coupe d'Afrique où nous avons fait un match nul. Ils ont gagné sur les tirs au but. Donc c'est une équipe où on se connaît déjà. Et nous allons en tout cas exploiter le maximum de ce que nous avons connu.
Yeah, well, actually, we know them quite well because we played two friendlies against them ahead of the African Cup of Nations. So we do know the Ghana quite well, and we know that if we want to have a chance, we have to give it all. Yes, please.
Why do you think at this level, I mean, one thing that kind of stands out is like the ball play is all good, but when it comes to striking, a lot of teams don't get it right, like often enough, as you see in the senior level. What happens at...
Pourquoi est difficile en ce championnat pour les joueurs de marquer des buts? Il y a beaucoup de chances, mais de marquer des buts est très difficile.
Oui, ça c'est une très bonne remarque, effectivement. D'abord pour notre premier match contre la Corée, si on avait marqué tous les buts, toutes les occasions, on ne serait pas là. Le deuxième match contre l'Espagne, effectivement, nous avons raté beaucoup d'occasions. Et nous tenons compte de tout ça là. Et vous savez que ça, ce sont des erreurs de précipitation. Et ça, on acquiert ça seulement qu'à travers les matchs joués. Et je pense que là, nos enfants sont précipités parce que là, le niveau de la compétition, c'est le niveau pour eux. Sinon, dans l'ensemble, vraiment, ça fait très bon remarque. Si on avait marqué tous les buts, les occasions que nous avons eues, déjà se créer des occasions, c'est une très bonne chose. Et maintenant, il faut les concrétiser, ça va bien.
Yeah, well, that's a good question because indeed against the DPR Korea, against Spain, we squandered a lot of good goal opportunities, and the situation would have been different if we would have scored. In the end, what happens is that we are lacking serenity when we really need it, got to also take into consideration that we are participating for the first time in Under 17 World Cup. So it's quite a challenge for us, but yes, it's an issue. The fact that we create chances, but we are unable to score. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the post-match press conference with the head coach of the Brazilian Under 17 national team, Mr. Carlos Amadeu. Mr. Amadeu, first of all, congratulations, parabéns on tonight's victory. What was the key tonight, and what are your expectations ahead?
Thanks so much. Obrigado. A gente conseguiu o que nós não conseguimos no jogo anterior, fazer um gol logo no início, o que nos deu uma tranquilidade maior. Mas o adversário marcou a gente de forma muito diferente de todos os outros jogos, de forma muito individual, criando muitas dificuldades. E a gente teve que fazer movimentações bem diferentes do que a gente fez nos outros dois jogos. Mas a gente conseguiu, no primeiro tempo, construir o placar. Isso nos deu uma tranquilidade maior. E o adversário também tentou, mas a gente conseguiu se defender.
Today we could make the things that we didn't make in the other two games. We scored a goal at the first minutes of the match. It's a thing that makes us a little bit more relaxed inside the match. This team was doing a defensive system totally different between the other two teams that we faced in this competition. They were marking like a man-to-man individual, so it gave us some difficulty, provided some difficulty during the match. But they tried to score as we built the result at the first half. They tried to score a lot at the second half, but our defense was totally solid today.
Thank you. Your questions, please.
My question is, you started the game very quickly and very fast. The link-up play was very quick. But in the second half, you looked a bit slow. So was that a case of you being confident with the score, or was it a case of just tiredness from the game?
O clima é muito quente, né, e úmido, e isso desgasta bastante os atletas. Lógico que o ritmo, a cada jogo, ele vai diminuindo. Isso é uma preocupação que todos nós temos. Graças a Deus vamos ter um tempo mais largo agora para poder descansar, recuperar e treinar, que é importante também. Eu acho que é o último momento que a gente vai ter um descanso maior e ter tempo maior também para treinamento. Penso que por nós termos construído o placar de 2-0 e que se a gente continuasse indo muito reto, a gente ia descompactar muito o time. A gente fez uma outra opção, construir o jogo mais tranquilidade, de vez em quando verticalizar. Não saiu como a gente queria. Não saiu. A gente queria ter mais o controle e quando verticalizasse o jogo, verticalizasse com mais acertos em passe. Eu acho que hoje erramos muito passes.
The weather here is too hot, too warm, and humidity. Yes. Okay. And this is something that the players was a little bit tired because of this climate. So it happens because there are too many games with short space between them. Now we will have more time to recover our players and to train. That will be probably the last time that we could practice during this competition, because after this, if we keep going, we don't have much time to practice. And I think that today, as we build the result really fast at the first half, the second half we were trying to control more the ball and control the rhythm of the match. We were trying to control and in one or two times score another goal, but we couldn't. We didn't make the things that as we planned, and this is something that for sure we will have to improve. And one thing that was not good for us today is that we made many mistakes in passing the ball.
Next question, please. Yes.
Bom, nós temos muitos jogadores no ataque, o Lincoln, o Paulinho, o Brenner. Cada jogador teve uma parcela de contribuição fazendo gols, bem como nós temos jogadores no banco de reservas que têm condições de sair também e fazer gols. A gente valoriza muito o coletivo, os jogadores que deram assistência. Brenner, por exemplo, não tinha feito nenhum gol até agora, mas já tinha dado 2 assistências. Então agora ele com assistência mais gol, ele é muito importante para a equipe. O Marcos Antônio já deu assistência para gol, é muito importante. Hoje a gente viu o Wesley atacar várias vezes pelo lado direito, sobretudo no final do jogo, criando situações desconfortáveis para o adversário. Então a gente tem importância sim, o Lincoln, assim como todos os outros atletas têm uma importância muito grande no nosso trabalho.
We have many players in our forward system, in our offensive line. Lincoln, Paulinho, Brenner, all of them are giving something to our team with goals, with assists. Brenner, for example, he hadn't scored any goal until today, but he had 2 assists in this competition. And also we have players in our bench that could score and give something inside the match. Like Marcos Antonio had an assist in this competition. Today we had Wesley attacking so much in our right line. So Lincoln has his importance in this group, but we try to look to the group, to the collective. So he has the same importance of the other 20 players.
Yes, please, your question.
Yes, I'm Bambino from All India Radio. Just wanted to know about your goalkeeper. He made some spectacular saves today. Probably the defenders also let down a few passes from the opponents. So tell me about your goalkeeper.
O que a gente preza é por uma equipe equilibrada. Uma hora você vai tomar gol e não vai conseguir reverter a situação. Então a gente prima e valoriza o equilíbrio que é fundamental para qualquer equipe que queira ser campeã.
Our game is based in balance. When we start building our game, it starts with the goalkeeper, and when we are defending, it starts with our first forward, like Lincoln or Paulinho, Brenner. When your opponent beat your defense, you need your goalkeeper to save you. But it's something that if you have a forward line scoring many goals and a defense that concede many goals, it will not work as if you have a solid defense but you can't score, it won't work too. So that's why our secret is a balanced team.
Thank you very much. Last question, please.
This feature was the most talked about, at least for the Goan fans. How have you enjoyed the supporting work compared to coaching?
Com muita alegria. Muito contente, né? Os atletas no passado que construíram essa história. Então esses garotos, nós temos uma responsabilidade muito grande de continuar, de dar continuidade a essa bonita história que foi construída por grandes treinadores brasileiros, por grandes atletas brasileiros.
It makes us really happy because the kind of support that we got here, even in Koshi, it made us felt like home. Everything that was coming from the stands was like support in Brazil. So Koshi, Goa, all India are being like home for us, but it's not something that we are building right now. It comes from the past, from our players, from our history, our coaches back in Brazil. So we have the responsibility to keep going with this, to continue this history, this relationship with football, our culture, and other countries. Now it's India that are supporting us and receiving us like home. So we are feeling totally welcome, and it makes us really happy.
Thank you very much. If you want, let's go to the next song. Obrigado. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this post-match press conference with the head coach of Costa Rica, Mr. Camacho. Bienvenido, señor Camacho.
Gracias, buenas noches.
La primera pregunta, bueno, sus conclusiones después del partido de esta noche y un poco después de la experiencia del mundo. Your opinion about tonight's match and in general the performance of Costa Rica throughout the past 3 matches.
Bueno, buenas noches. Nosotros el día de hoy tuvimos un gran rival enfrente, pero equivocamos el camino en el primer tiempo. Estuvimos un poquito nerviosos los primeros minutos, no tuvimos nuestro juego acostumbrado. Nos cometemos 2 faltas de penal que nos condicionan en el primer tiempo. Intentamos modificar, arriesgar un poquitito más y salimos a un segundo tiempo a tomar la pelota, a tratar de encontrar los espacios, tratar de tener más alternativas. Pero bueno, el juego nos costó muchísimo el día de hoy. La verdad, tuvimos un rival que también fue superior a nosotros dentro del campo. Eso en cuanto al juego. Y la experiencia en esta Copa del Mundo, bueno, nos ha tocado un grupo realmente difícil, un grupo donde enfrentamos a primera instancia a una Alemania que según mi consideración no debimos de haber perdido. Creo que tuvimos la mala suerte de haber perdido ese juego y nos condicionó el resto del torneo, porque luego enfrentamos a un equipo africano como lo fue Guinea, con un gran poderío físico. Sin embargo, jugamos de tú a tú los encuentros y al final no nos da la posibilidad como para haber triunfado un juego y poder sumar como nosotros queríamos.
Well, we played against a very strong team tonight, especially in the first half. We made a few mistakes. We were a bit nervous at the beginning. We conceded 2 penalties, which was of course a big disadvantage. Then in the second half we took the initiative. We were more offensive, but we were playing against a very strong team, which well, made our life of course difficult. And then overall, in terms of the experience, well, I still think we shouldn't have lost the match against Germany. And then against Guinea, we played quite well against a physically very strong team. And tonight, well, you have all seen that it was not enough to be able to get a better result against a very strong team such as Iran. First question, please, from Costa Rica.
El Radio Colombia de Costa Rica, ¿qué buscaba realmente con los cambios, esos 2 variantes? Dejó incluso fuera a José Rodolfo Alfaro. ¿Cuál era la intención?
Bueno, nos enfrentábamos a un equipo que es especialista en la contra, nos lo había mostrado durante todo el torneo. Hacía un bloque en su propio campo y a partir de ahí salía. Siempre las salidas del fondo de ellos, si revisás, fueron de fútbol directo, segunda bola, un equipo de mucha lucha, de mucha fortaleza física, y intentamos nosotros dar en el medio campo un poquito de mayor fortaleza física, más velocidad por los costados con Gómez, con Jexi, un poquito de fortaleza en el centro del campo con Julen Cordero. La idea de nosotros fue neutralizarlos. Creo que no nos equivocamos en esa parte. En esa parte teníamos los primeros minutos controlados. Sin embargo, nos equivocamos en acciones muy puntuales donde en 1 contra 1 no resolvemos bien, se pita penal y eso nos va condicionando el juego. Luego volvemos a cometer una falta penal, eso no está presupuestado en ningún libreto, así que es difícil. Lo que intentábamos era ganar el medio campo y a partir de ahí salir con velocidad, encontrarle los espacios a la espalda de la línea.
Well, the question was, why did you change your team ahead of tonight's match? Why, for instance, the player Alfaro didn't play? And the answer of Mr. Camacho is that, well, we know that Iran play a lot of counter football. they form a block on their own side and then they attack. So we wanted to precisely be prepared for that, getting a lot of presence in the center of the pitch. And generally speaking, I think at the beginning it worked well, but then we made a couple of very punctual mistakes, well actually the 2 penalties, which of course made our life much more difficult. But in general, we did actually do what we were planning to do, for instance through players like Gomez. But then in the end, considering the mistakes, the specific mistakes we made, it was just very difficult to come back and get a better result. Next question, please.
My question is, you have stated that the penalties that you have considered was part of the reason for the defeat. But that being said, would you say that the few opportunities created for scoring goals could be part of the reason? Because in the earlier game you had converted the few opportunities.
Él dice que, bueno, obviamente los 2 penales cambiaron mucho el partido, condicionaron mucho el partido, pero me pregunta también, ¿a Costa Rica quizás le costó crearse ocasiones de gol esta noche?
Sí, correcto, nos condiciona el juego los 2 penales, pero sí nos costó porque cuando ya vas perdiendo 2-0, indudablemente no te da la confianza necesaria como para poder triangular, para poder jugar entre líneas, para poder asociarse en espacios pequeños. Repito, creo que todos vemos a Irán metido en un bloque en su propio campo, la línea de 4 se para en el borde de área y a partir de ahí estructuran su segunda línea de volantes y los 2 puntas detrás del círculo central, así que es difícil cuando un equipo te cierra los espacios y te seduce a que vos salgas para que dejas 50 metros atrás de tu espalda libres. Invitan a que vos salgas para que te deje demasiado espacio tu línea defensiva y ellos poder aprovechar esos espacios. Entonces hay que tener un equilibrio y eso por supuesto que nos dificultó el juego.
Well, it's true that the penalties were decisive, but as you say, it's also correct that Costa Rica was unable to create enough goal chances, but the thing is that the 2 penalties made that they were not really able to pass the ball correctly, and then if you see Iran playing with a block of 4, which was very strong, and also with two strikers, and all the time they were somehow trying to invite Costa Rica to get out of their positions, to leave space for the Iranian strikers. So it was in the end, from a tactical point of view, a very difficult match, because what Costa Rica would have needed tonight was more balance. But in the end that was not possible. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the post-match press conference with the head coach of Iran, Mr. Abbas Tawanian. Welcome. Amir is also helping us with the translation. A very solid performance tonight. What's the secret of success?
Good afternoon to all the journalists that is here and say hello to them.
البته اینکه ما امتیاز به دست آوردیم فکر می‌کنم که هنوز کار اصلی ما تو مرحله بعد.
Of course we get 9 points, but the best and the main important things at the next rounds.
نباید فراموش بکنیم که جام به کسایی که تیمایی که 9 امتیاز دارن نمیدن.
We must not forget that the world will not gain to the teams that reach to 9 points.
ولی اینکه بچه‌های ما تو 3 تا بازی تونستن ثبات داشته باشن و هر 3 بازی خوب کار کنن نقطه امیدواری.
But it is important and good for us that the players get 9 points in the group stage, and we hope to this way.
این نتایج خوبی که برای تعداد گلی که زدیم 10 گل ثمر رسوندیم، فقط یه گل دریافت کردیم، نشون دهنده اجرای برنامه تاکتیکی دفاع و حمله است.
We are scoring 10 goals and just conceded 1 goal, so it shows and demonstrates that our plan in defending and attacking schedule is successful.
Your questions, please, the gentleman.
Hello. So do you feel that now since you all have considered, you all have got 9 points, you all are strong contenders?
The question is after 9 points, you still you are a strong contender.
Sure, completely I say no. Many things are here that we must respect them.
Your question, please.
Congratulations on your win. My question is that obviously you all have scored 10 goals and everybody's talking about your attack. But as you said, you've scored conceded just 1 goal, which means your defense has been superb for all 3 games. Taha, Ali Satwi, Ismail Zadeh, they've all played excellent. Can you give us a bit more information about your defenders? Can you talk a bit more about your defenders?
I appreciate from your question that your point, important point that you questioned.
مطمئنم خط دفاعی ما البته کلا تیم ما در بخش دفاعی خیلی خوب عمل کرد.
Sure, our team in the defense position was correct.
ما موقعیت زیادی به تیم‌های مقابلمون ندادیم.
We didn't any opportunity to opponent teams.
و این میتونه یه نکته خیلی امیدوارکننده باشه.
This point help us for the future.
Thank you. One last question, please.
Will you miss your captain for the next match?
کارتی که داور داد من فکر کنم که اشتباه کرد.
I think the referee has make false decision, has make bad decision about this card for captain of Iran.
چون هم کمک داور هم داور چهارم اذعان کردن صراحتاً گفتن که این کارت نداره.
The fourth referee told to us that this scan it needs to cut. The fourth referee.
و قطعاً حتما ما تقاضای بازبینی و پاک کردن کارت داریم.
So it's our request to check it again, this scan, and cleaning this card.
Thank you. One very last question, perhaps your colleague.
ما برای که بتونیم به بازی بعد استفاده کنیم از امیر استراحت داشته.
As we know, we want to use and utilize from Amir, so we rest to him for the next match preparation.
ولی بعد از اینکه بیشتر معاینه کنیم حتما مشخص میشه میزان آسیبی چقدر.
After more tests for medicinal about him, the exactly injury about him will be clear.